Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Farhat's Desi Kitchen. Today we are going to make Chana Daal restaurant style. It's very easy and simple recipe and it tastes delicious. So let's start. Here I have 2 cups of Chana Daal. I soaked it in water and baking soda about 3 hours before cooking. I added 3 cups of water and I'm going to boil this until the dal is very soft and tender. So I have the heat on high and I'm going to cover this with the lid and I'm going to let it cook until the lentil is very soft and tender. So let's start the process of making the masala. I'm going to make this in desi ghee. I'm going to add about 1 cup of desi ghee. You can absolutely make this into any oil or regular ghee if you like. Desi ghee is purified butter. So the reason why I prefer desi ghee is because the dal tastes so much better when it's cooked in desi ghee. Let the ghee melt and then we're going to add some onions to it. I just added some onions. We have to wait till these onions are dark brown and then we'll continue the process. It looks like my onions have been fried. Now I'm going to add ginger garlic paste, 1 tablespoon each, and half teaspoon of cumin seeds. Here I have some spices. I have about 2 teaspoons salt, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala powder, half teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, and 1 tablespoon Kashmiri chili powder. Kashmiri chili powder is absolutely optional. It's just for color. So I'm going to add all of these spices in here. And I'm going to add some water because we don't want our spices to burn. We have to make sure that our spices are cooked well and the onions are soft. Now I'll add some more water. We just have to add about 2 tablespoons of water 2 to 3 times. And cook it on medium heat so all of our spices are cooked well, so you don't have that raw taste of spices in your mouth when you eat. Okay, this is what my masala looked like. Now I'm going to add some tomato puree in it. I just took 2 medium tomatoes and I basically put them in a grinder and I made a paste like this. You are welcome to buy tomato puree from bazaar or supermarket as well. Now I have to cook this until the tomato paste is cooked properly, and then we'll see how our dal look like because it was boiling all this time. We'll check and see if it's soft enough. If it's soft, then we'll just add the dal into this curry. As you can see, there are bubbles in my gravy. This means all the tomatoes have already been cooked. Now I'm going to check and see if my dal is soft. And if it is, we can add dal into this curry. Okay, here's my dal. It should look just like this. It's soft, but it's not overcooked. It's ready to be mixed into my curry. Alright, my masala looks all done. Now I'm going to add that boiled dal in it. And here's my dal. I'll take this strainer and I'll put a little bit at a time. So now we have to stir this gently because our dal is already cooked. If you stir it too much, it's going to become very mushy and you don't want mushy dal. It has to look like it's Chana Daal but when you eat it, it has to be soft enough so it doesn't crunch in your mouth. So we'll just stir it very, very gently. Some people like it this thick, but in my household, particularly my husband, likes a little bit more liquidy because he wants to have more gravy to eat with his roti or naan. So this water that we use to boil the dal, I'm going to put some of that water in it. It really depends on how liquid you want or how thick you want. So for me, it has to be somewhat watery in order for my husband to approve it, obviously. You know, you have to make your husband happy too. He loves food, especially dal is his favorite, and it has to be up to his standards. So I'm going to cook this for a little bit more, just so all the water gets cooked and it becomes a little more thick than this. And we're going to add some more ingredients to it. Okay, while it's boiling, I'm going to add, I have 1 jalapeno pepper cut. So I'm going to add half of it now, and I'll keep the other half just for garnishment. I also have some red and orange peppers. You don't have to add those. It's absolutely optional. I just do it so it gives it nice color. And I'm going to add that in here. I'll keep few just for the garnishment. I have cilantro here, so I'm going to put most of it in here now. And again, I'll save some for garnishment. Now we have to stir this. I think this consistency looks good for my household. If you want a little bit more liquidy, you can add more of that water that you used to boil the lentil in it. Or if you want thicker than this, you can cook a little bit longer so the water evaporates. It's totally your choice. For me, I think this is liquid enough that my husband will approve. Alright, at this point, I turn the stove off and I have 1 teaspoon black peppers and 1 teaspoon garam masala powder. This is homemade garam masala. So basically it's curry powder. You can buy it from an Indian Pakistani store pre-made, or you can make it from home, at home from scratch. You just take all the spices like cumin seeds, cloves, black peppers, cardamom, and you grind them in the grinder, and that becomes the garam masala. So I'll add that in here, and then we'll stir. It smells so good, and I just tried some. It tastes so delicious. Looks like my dal is all done. Now I'm going to dish out. All right, I'm going to dish out. Now I'm going to add the leftover stuff that we saved for garnishment. Then a little bit of cilantro. Alright friends, this was my chana dal recipe, dhaba style or restaurant style. Please let me know in the comments below. How did you like the recipe? It's very easy and very simple and straightforward, and it tastes delicious. Please try this at home and let me know if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Like my videos and share it with your family and friends, and give my videos a thumbs up. It just helps the YouTube algorithm so it can reach out to more people. And you have a blessed day. Assalamu alaikum.